Now, here's just another little tip for you when you're actually practicing at home or maybe you're in the dojang. Now, if you're in the dojang, you'll notice that on the floor there are lots of mats, and the mats themselves are then joined together. Now, where the join of the mats meet, it basically creates a line up and down the dojang. Now, when you're training, if you're able to get into a spot that has the line where the mats are joined, so you can use that line where the joining of the mats are when you're walking up and down as a guideline. And that guideline is so that when you're walking, you can walk along it like a tightrope. And that will allow you to then judge the distance for your feet. So for example, if you're in walking stance, with the walking stance, you need to make sure the inner parts of your feet are on a straight line. So as I'm walking, if I'm focusing on the actual line where the mats join, I can see that as a straight line and I'm walking down it. Like so. The same again, if you are doing the forward stance. The forward stance, as you know, is a foot width distance. So you want to make sure that that distance is the same all the time. And by utilizing and using the guide of the actual join on the floor, that will help you gauge the actual distance itself. Later on, when you come into maybe slightly more advanced stances, like the horse stance, so the horse stance, I'm actually now sitting along the line, so as I'm going down the room, I can focus myself and watch myself go down the actual line itself. So it's a good tool to have just if you are in the dojang and you are able to get onto a spot where the mats join, use that as a guide for yourself. Now at home, you might not have mats at home, but what you can do is you can get some tape or sticky tape and just draw and stick a long big straight line of the tape down the actual down the floor itself, and use that as a guide for yourself. Or if you haven't got tape, another one is you could use some rope. Put some rope, a long piece of, or even a piece of string, and put the string or the rope along the floor to just use as a guide. Maybe Dad's got a tape measure. Put a tape measure out. So there's many things you can do, and all you're trying to do is get a straight line. So when you're walking down that straight line itself to help you get the distance of the actual stances themselves, so you're going up and down in the straight line. Hope that helped. That's just a little tip for you. As always, until the next time, Gam Sa Hae Ni.